to tell you a story about a well. They said, you see, in Ireland, long ago, this story comes that Brigid, she grew up in a town that all her life said, Brigid, don't go in the well. You'll never return the same, and the world won't be the same either, they said. But day by day, as she grew, she knew she had to go in the well. She had to go there, something that knew her too, that knew her well. That knowing grew, and as she grew along that knowing, it knew her too more and more, and day by day, that need to know her own way grew. She needed to know what was in the well. It knew her so well, so maybe she could find her own way to go. These cards, called tarot, similarly hold a crossroads, similarly hold this wellness, so, oh well. And well on her way, she did go one day into that crossroads that did call her. In she went, and down. And there she found herself transforming in a first wave of change upon her, and a second wave upon her, shaking her earth, shaking her waters, and moving, and then shaking her air in a third wave, and then laid bare her body transformed, the river boing on the land, snaking in that lost daughter, moving fresh water into the land, that gift, touching the stars as only water can, in that perfect best of the well. She became that river boing that brings that richness from the sea inward, as daughters that do run off do, bringing that beautiful mystery snaking in as only lost daughters do, that do have to run and become that mouth of interface with mystery at the edge of the sea, and stand and let that rushing flow inward to land know itself and sweep across a wave of change that only a lost daughter can. That lost daughter of land snaking inward does mend what could not come before, as only a lost daughter who knew her own desire more than what they said could or couldn't be. The land that she makes, blessed be. And blessed Brigid, and bless the bees for knowing that which knows me. As lost as I am, the well knows me, and that all is well. And I walk from sacred lands to these sacred lands, and I walk with the wells, the underground rivers, the underground creeks, the knowings, the three oceans of water in the earth, and the waters in me and my bones. I know I'm mostly water, and I know below that I'm mostly air, and I do know it's always changing. And so we work with change, and we work with wells, and I read here in this edge of mystery at the shoreline between the earth and the sky and the sea. And I hold these crossroads as the ancestors did in whole time, so we can see the truth of desire. They said to me, a transgender mystic, as a child, don't go into this, that, or the other. I did transform, and I did become a vessel that does catch stars. Do you know the fates are woven with ours? And to know that, to be in that mirror dance is divine. Do you know that queer space taught me my heart, my joy? Do you know my desire found itself, caught its own joke, became a pearl under pressure, that precious thing, is perfect. Our desire knows. That which knows us and grows and does form these amazing gifts on the land. They do bring nourishment from the sea as only the lost daughters can. The ones who follow knowing and desire, transform and change. Blessed be, that's all for which we came. To change and be changed.